the first half.
Right.
I got this next half.
Why did it take a half hour to get that guy out of there?
Reddy Bo's wife was there. She was pregnant, and she had to leave,
Oh,
and all
Jesus.
this. So many things happened because the guy happened to come over Farrakhan, and so all these people they don't beat the poor man in the head, don't knock him out like this. I mean, he got a really good beating for coming in.
I hope he did.
So
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah. Is he still in jail?
No. He passed now.
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, well. I guess that's his legacy.
Well,
you fucked up your fight. That's his legacy.
Wait, you're right, but
Yeah.
so you got to pick one. Was I coming back next year? I said, no, sir. He said, why? I said, my mama said I ain't got to. Like this, man. My mama told me, you got to bet on yourself or you're going to bet on the coach.
Right.
So in boxing, you betting on yourself.
Right.
And team sport, you betting on the coach.
You bet on the coach, you bet on the other players, and you bet on the coach letting you play.
Right.
Right. Whereas in boxing, they have to let you fight.
That's right.
Yeah.
You may be asking somebody to tag in for you.
Now, when did you think that boxing was going to be your career? Was it right after that? It's like around 10th grade?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
After 10th grade, I realized that, it came down to one sport that I really do real well. And so that's when I just put everything in it.
Well, you were part of that incredible Olympic team too. I mean, so many great fighters came out of that Olympic team, right?
Yeah, I fought a lot of guys who were a lot bigger, but it's an art to the game. It's really an art. It's really an art. It's not just one thing. You hit harder because you got to be able to take something to give some.
Right. Well, you always could take it.
Yeah.
That was a big part of your career when you had an iron chin. I mean, Riddick Bowe was a giant man, and he hit you with some bombs. And those wars that you guys had, you were able to take some incredible punches.
Well, the art with me, I knew that I could take it, but can you take it? And so the whole big thing my whole big thing with Mike is that what Mike had told somebody, say, everybody got a plan till they get hit. And he was right. Because, if you hitting it, if this guy worried about you hitting him and he ain't worried about getting hit, so he ain't got to worry about it.
Right.
I said, did you see how high I jumped? I said,
no, it was crazy. You just leaped up in the air.
Yeah. I said, it hurt so bad. And I said, Dan, that guy, my corner guy, Tim Hallmark, kept telling me, keep my mind on the Lord. And I ain't want to hear that.
Right.
Even though he was saying that, and I was just trying to remember that, get him. I want to bite him. I really wanted to bite him back. And all of a sudden, it hit my mind that they always catch the second person.
Right.
I'm telling you, anything in life, and I'm the one that people always did something to them. They will always catch me. And I'm the only one to get caught all the time because they always catch me trying to get the get back. So revenge is the Lord. So you don't go get back because you're going to get caught.
Yeah, I was amazed. It's a very powerful thing, man. It really is. That's a very powerful decision. And, it's a very powerful statement, for you to forgive him after that. I mean, that really, that probably did a lot of good for a lot of people to realize, man, if Evander Holyfield can forgive Mike Tyson after he bit a chunk of his ear off, I mean, that's a strong statement of character right there.
Well, the thing is, I didn't. Now, a little earlier than that, then they may not would have got that.
Right.
They would have got something else.
You bit his face.
But it's amazing what time would do for you.
Right.
At one point in time, something would have happened.
Right.
But because they gave me a little time to think about it and gave me, and I was like, and with me, when things don't go right, I go back to the prayer and say, Lord, what is this all about?
Right.
And winning is, the nickname Real Deal. And I was like, and people ask me, how you get that name Real Deal? I said, I thank God for anything that great, it come from God at all given time. You know, you know, I had a mom who who had a sixth grade education, but she raised me. She raised the four-time heavyweight champion of the world. She stayed on me all the time, and my brothers and sisters said, "Mama, you gonna make a sister of him. You don't let him go out. You don't let him do nothing." My mama said, "He gonna be all right. You just wait and see." And when I think about it, she never did give in to what nobody said about me, and I became who I am. And I'm just so thankful that and the Bible said all good things come from God. Anything that I do that, that's the first thing I put in there. Then I get a chance to eat what I want to eat. And so I like steaks
Mm-hmm.
and I like chicken a lot, but the thing is that I'm like pineapples, I like apples, I like all this fruit stuff that you cut up, the berries and all that. These are the things that actually kind of, you know, because people say, "Do you have any tingle in your hand, your feet, or anything?" I said, "Well, I don't have anything." I said, "Do I supposed to?" I said, "Well, other people do." I swear, but what did they do? What did they eat? And all that.
Right.
I really ate real clean, real good.
Well, tingling usually is associated with nerve damage, right? A lot of times people have back issues and neck issues from years of fighting. I think even Mike had some neck surgery because of issues that he was having with his neck. But Mike did a lot of he did a lot of bridges. Remember on his neck, he did a lot of like bridges, like wrestling type bridges where he was balancing on his neck and rolling around back and forth. That's not necessarily supposed to be the best.
Good, because they want to see everybody win, and I'm the only one when do it. And they said, "Why?" I said, "Because I don't have any money." And they said, "Well, you don't have to pay any money." I said, "Yeah, but if this feel good, I'm gonna need it every day, and I ain't got no money. So what I'm gonna do?" I said, "My mama told me don't start nothing you can't pay for." So I'm the only one that didn't go to do the Northern chiropractor work or nothing because I didn't want nothing that I can't afford to do.
Right.
And so of course, when after when I turned pro, coming from pro, I was able to afford it. Then now I go to chiropractor all the time now. But why get something new that you can't pay for? Then you're gonna make up an excuse to why you didn't do good today because ain't had nobody crack my neck, ain't had nobody to do this. Go to credit my mom. My mom used to tell me when she said, "Zip the lip up, zip them up now. You're talking a little too much. Talking a little too much. Zip it up."
Yeah, you were never a guy that bragged. You know, when you see these guys like Floyd Mayweather, that he gets so much attention. Obviously, he's an incredible boxer, maybe one of the best boxers, if not the best of all time. But just always talks crazy amounts of shit. But that has also got him a crazy amount of money and a crazy amount of attention. But you never went that route.
Well, because the fact is, it wasn't about money. And I'm telling you, the love that you have, and like this, but all these things that I wanted to be, you know what? The ultimate thing I wanted to do, make my mama proud. I wanted my mama to be proud of me because my mama cried so much about what you should have did, and and I just wanted to be one of the ones that I did what my mama said, and she was proud of me, and all that, and eventually it became that way.
Well, how could she not be proud of you?
Well, but
Four-time heavyweight champion. I mean, you're Evander Holyfield. But how many acres was that thing on?
well, we had 175 acres.
When that was done, that must have been crazy.
Yeah, it cost a lot more than it probably would have if I would have thought about it, if I knew what I know today.
Right.
And then,
Like what was different?
the different is I just got people to do it, and then didn't have no organization and getting professional people who know how to do it. It just cost the house cost me a lot more than it should have.
It was a famous house because it was so big and so expensive.
Yeah, well, yeah. But it cost you then somebody get it a little cheaper than you. You kind of mad.
Oh, when you sold it, you mean?
Yeah. And ESPN, they scored it. They had me 11-1.
Mm-hmm.
and they get a decision to Valuewell.
Yeah. No, I saw that fight. That was
Yeah,
that
I
was a
said-
bad decision.
Yeah, I said, and it was just sad. So
You
and-
should have won. What? How old were you at that time?
I was 46.
So you were a year old. Right.
Fighting, dude. Sure. I'm like, and I was telling a friend of mine. I said, now, they picked the wrong guy.
Mm.
He said, what you talking about, man? That boy, he don't look like he should. I said, he just looked like that. He can fight. I said, I sparred with him. I said, he the first person I ever sparred that I say, I never want to fight.
Really?
Yeah. I said, he was that good. I'm saying, let him knock somebody else out and let him.
He is, because he's from Cuba. There's speculation that he's 50 years old. People don't even know.
Right? Yeah, they don't.
But he's an amazing fighter.
Right.
He's so skilled out of that Cuban amateur program. I mean, his boxing is just top notch. And he had Deontay in all sorts of trouble. But you're right. Wilder showed that he could overcome adversity and that his power, that's one of the more impressive things about him. His power doesn't go away. He keeps that power like deep in the 12th round when he knocked out Tyson Fury, or knocked down Tyson Fury. In the 12th round, it looked like it was over.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, this is what you say. Yeah. The referee's supposed to do what it. My own thing, because I'm saying, if it was anybody else, they would have did it.
You know what bothers me? What bothers me is the count was more than 10 seconds.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what bothers me. What bothers me is I think it shouldn't be the referee going 1, 2. It should be a number. Like there should be like a timer.
They do have a timer. They had a timer. This is how you know. They have a guy when the referee ain't thinking he counting 2.
Right. But he's counting. I want a number, like a digital clock that shows you 10 actual seconds. I think they should have something like that. Because to leave it up to the referee, some referees like 1, 2, 3. Other referees like 1, 2. And that's not seconds. That's not seconds. It's too subjective.
Right, because you know what? Because even after that, the referee brush the glove out, look at his
Couple other
eyes,
seconds.
and like this. Now, when you look at it, he had about 30 seconds. He had 30 seconds. And then they said, oh, he recovered. I said, but, they wouldn't have did that to anybody else.
Right.
I said, but how about